Hey guys, in today's video I want to talk about what professional tennis can learn from YouTube tennis. Yes, you heard that right. In my opinion, there are certain things that YouTube tennis matches, in other words, the content creators that produce these matches, do better than the big budget operations on both the ATP and the WTA Tour. Now, one of the best content creators that we have is Winston. When I see a video from Winston, I'm intrigued because he has great matchups. For example, he will play against a 12-year-old top junior. He will play against a female professional player. And he plays against countless great former ATP players. And these matches are really interesting to watch. But it's not only that. What Winston does is something that's super simple. He puts the camera right behind the baseline. Now, I happen to produce tennis content as well, and I feature matches, and I do the exact same thing that Winston does. I put the camera right behind the baseline, and some of my matches have performed really well on YouTube. For example, my Anna match got over 500,000 views, and I have several other matches that got over 100,000 views. And in my opinion, the best viewpoint to watch tennis is at the eye level of the player that's standing on the baseline. It gives us a true feeling of how tennis is played. It gives us a better perception of the power that is generated. And in my opinion, it's a far better way to watch tennis compared to when you watch a professional match where the camera is way up high and it shoots down onto the player. I never liked that viewpoint when watching tennis. In fact, recently I watched a match in Cincinnati, the final between Gauff and Muchova. And on that particular day, it was really sunny and it was almost impossible to see the ball. On other occasions, when there's a lot of shade in the court, it's very difficult to track the ball. But think about what we do as content creators when we put together a tennis match. We are not gonna give you the raw footage and have you watch like an hour and a half long match. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the match up. We're not gonna leave any spaces between the points. We might even cut out the first serve mistakes. This is what I do, and many of the other content creators do the same. So a 2-hour match can be viewed in about 20 minutes. Now look, I enjoy watching live tennis matches, but I often don't have time to watch live tennis, so I watch the replay. And I wish we had the option to be able to watch the entire match cut up. For example, I subscribe to Tennis Channel Plus, and you can watch all matches on replay, but you have to sit through the whole match. And if you want to watch multiple matches, there's simply not enough time for that. So I wish there was an option where the match was edited and you can see exactly what happened in a matter of 20 minutes instead of having to sit there for 2 hours or having to fast forward to certain sections of the match. Now, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy commentary from time to time, but I often wish that I have the option of just watching the raw footage with the audio of the players playing. I don't necessarily need the commentary. I'm sure a lot of you guys enjoy the commentary. This is just my personal preference. And I wish that I had the option, for example, on Tennis Channel Plus, where you can watch the match with the commentary or without. There could be a button that you can push and turn the commentary off, because what I'm forced to do is watch the tennis channel on mute, because sometimes I'm simply not in a mood to listen to commentary. I've talked many times about the recent survey where some recreational players think they can get games off of professional players. They think that they can return their serves, or they can serve as fast as the professional players. I think you would hear less of that if you gave people a different angle to watch. Because if you watch from, let's say, a POV perspective at the eye level of the player, you really get to experience the unbelievable level at which these players are performing on the tennis court.